Okay, Tribal Preservation Commission, please come to order. Ms. Morgan, would you please call the roll?
Chairman Langley, Vice Chair Price.
Here.
Mr. Barrett,
Here.
Ms. Cheese,
Here.
Ms. Davis, Ms. Kirkpatrick, and Mr. Smith.
Okay, we have a quorum. The first order of business is the minutes from October 23rd to December 11th. Are there any additions or corrections to the minutes that you received, or do you need a minute or two to look at them? Okay, do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any opposed? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, minutes approved. No old business, new business. We have a certificate of appropriate request from Edward Rouse concerning alterations to replace the windows and window brick repair at 157 West Main Street. Mr. Rouse, would you sign in over here with Ms. Morgan? I've read your narrative, but we'd still like for you to make a few comments about it.
I'll be glad to pass it. Okay, thank you. Go ahead. Thank you all for meeting me today. I'm sorry that I'm the only business. I guess it happens. That's right. At least it's not raining like yesterday. Yeah. I just want to make sure you got one.
I want to give mine to her when I'm done. So.
Okay.
Okay, whenever you're ready.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah. Really, what I want to do is just get some bricks that were loose, mortared back in. I've taken those bricks and pulled them out and numbered them. I've got a photograph that shows where I've done that. Gets us on the second page. It's number 4, and not sure if all these bricks are. They more or less were in certain positions, and I just want to get them back in the same positions. I think I'll be able to use all the bricks, and if not, I've got a dozen or so of these old sand bricks that I can reuse. And then, unfortunately, sometime in the late 1960s or the early 1970s, the 2 front windows were removed and replaced with some old aluminum windows. And not only that, they were aluminum with some vinyl. And the vinyl, the aluminum is not in bad shape, but the vinyl has just come apart. And sometime back, a few months ago, we must have, I don't know when it happened over a weekend. We must have slammed a door, and the buffeting blew one of the top windows out, and so we came in and it was on the sidewalk. So we knew we needed to do something. So anyway, I was hoping to replace a pane, but that wasn't to be so. They just were coming apart. So anyway, what I've done is I've taken those out, and unbelievably, I have the original windows, or at least what I think are the original windows. I think what happened was somebody was hired to put these aluminum windows in, and they didn't clean up. They didn't throw the old windows away. So anyway, I've got those windows, and I'd like to refurbish them. And I've got some old glass to replace a few of the broken panes or missing panes. So they should be the same look from, down street level. So I'd like to reglaze them and new glass that's old and stick them back in. So, yeah. Fortunately, the measurements are, it's I don't have the sides and everything because that was removed to put the aluminum ones in, but I do have the windows themselves, and I think those are pictured on on number 6. It shows the old aluminum window that's totally incorrect, and then number 7 is a representative picture of the windows that are the original ones. I think, I don't know this, but I bet these old windows are some of the old Pratt sash and door work windows. I mean, why would they go to Birmingham to get windows when you could have gotten them across the creek? We don't know that, but I think they probably are. Okay.
Okay. Ms. Duke, have you got any comments? Okay, it fits it falls in our guidelines. Everything seems to be.
Yes, sir, it appears to be the case. The only question I'd have for Mr. Rouse is really, looks like some of the casing's going to have to be rebuilt. Is that what are you going to have to rebuild the window casings and all that?
Yeah,
okay.
Don't have to do that. Yeah, those have disappeared.
Okay. And so,
These had pockets
okay, that's
up inside the brick with wood inside them, and the wood casings were nailed to those mortared in wood sections in those pockets.
okay. And so that wood is still there to attach.
Some of that wood is still there, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing. There were chunks of wood, probably, that long, that wide, about that deep, that were. I guess they were probably, when the brick was laid, they were put in place and then bricked around them, and so you have this nailing surface up, kind of, tucked inside, so that when you put your casing against it or your seal down below, you had something to nail to, and it's a neat thing. It has that also around the baseboards, about every 3 or 4 feet. There's this chunk of wood, where some of the bricks, you would think, it looks like a brick is missing and somebody put a piece of wood in it. Well, that's what I initially thought, but that's what it looks like. But that gave you a nailing surface, and unfortunately, some of the roof, some of the loose bricks came about when they put those aluminum windows in, and they drove big old nails. So not only did they, I don't know. Wish I did. It's one of those things that I don't know. Does anybody know?
The assessment from the the National Register nomination does not designate the builder. So
I know it's older than the buildings on either side, because there are windows that are bricked up. So it would suggest that you one time looked out the window to the left and right, and then the other buildings may have come as infill, and so that, ceased the use of those windows. And on the side, on your daddy's side, as a matter of fact, Kate, yeah, there's about this much window that's still visible, and lets in light. Yeah, it's just a crazy thing. It's just old building. So,
Well, this doesn't have anything to do with that, and I shouldn't get off the subject, but somebody told me you were gonna maybe have some condos or something.
oh, I'd love to build a loft apartment up there
Yeah.
for myself. I just think, it's a shame that you got a house here and a house here. I don't live someplace and I could come here and vacate and visit and so forth, but, going on vacation about 2 blocks away from the house is not much of a vacation. But there's one big old room back there that's, like 35 feet square, tall ceiling, and it's never been painted. You can't age everything like that's aged, and it's got brick walls, and you can look out and see the creek, and it's just neat as it can be. Got to have a back exit. That would be a difficult thing, not just something that you could fix with paint and
From the second story.
Got to have that. But I would love to do that. Now, whether that'll happen or not, yeah, I do. I'll be so glad to get with her soon.
Thank you, Mr. Rice. Okay. The commissioners have any questions? Any comments? You ready for the question? Okay. Is there a motion?
I make a motion that a certificate of appropriateness be issued as presented in writing.
Okay, a motion has been made. Is there a second? Second. Okay, all in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion is approved. Is there any more business we need to attend to? What about the election of officers? Let's wait till Theo gets back.
You can certainly delay that.
Let's delay that.
Chairman's
I forgot to bring it up at first. Okay, do I have a motion for adjournment? In a second?
Second.
All in favor, rise.